Hey, good evening, everybody. Man, I just want to talk to y'all about the spirit of manipulation and control and how it can lie dormant in your household and you wouldn't even know it. Man, this evening, I was asleep, and I received a message from the mother of my children. First of all, she asked me not to wake our kids up in the middle of the night anymore to use the restroom because she said they were basically losing sleep, that I'm messing up their sleep pattern. And I was like, are you serious? Because when I wake up, I wake the children up to use the restroom because I feel that's right until they can start waking themselves up. Even if they're not waking themselves up at this point in time, I still feel it's necessary to wake them up so they can then use the restroom so they don't have an accident. Think they sitting at the toilet and they're dreaming and they just start going. And then next thing you know, there's a mess in the morning. Even though they're 5 and 7, I still feel it's necessary. So then I get a message about, I hope you're not basically waking our kids up and pouring water on them to wake them up because they won't wake up. And I'm like, what? Where is this coming from? You know what I'm saying? And so I called her and I'm like, okay, well, what's going on? Like, why is this even a topic right now? Especially at 9 o'clock at night, 9, 10 o'clock, whatever time it was. And she said, well, LJ told me that you be waking them up and pouring water on them because they won't wake up. I'm like, nah, that's not true. I don't do that to our children. And if I was doing that, they would have brought that to somebody's attention a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm like, okay, because she brought it up. I said, you know what? The last time that I did that was when they were 2, when me and you were together, and we sat down with the counselors, when he was 2, and we sat down with the counselors and had a conversation. And they asked me where I got it from, and I said, well, when I was younger, my father, because me and my brother wouldn't wake up right away, he would put ice down our backs. And so, I learned that. But when somebody called me out on it when I had my own children, I decided not to do it. Not saying that my father's method was wrong with us because it worked for us, but that method wasn't going to work for my own children. So I started waking up in the middle of the night and I would wake our children up, just so they'll go. I'm not torturing them. I just wake them up to go use the restroom, teach them, hey, lift the toilet seat up, watch what you're doing, and get back to bed. That's all, But all that to say this, a spirit of manipulation and control. I noticed that in our son because our son, he craves attention. He really does. He craves a lot of attention. He wants all the attention solely focused on him, so much that he sometimes makes up things just for people's attention so he can keep the attention focused on him, and that the attention doesn't go towards his brother or his cousin. He just wants the attention on him, but also with me and his mother, he's upset because we're not together. So he says stuff to me and I bring it to her attention, and he says stuff to her and she brings it to my attention. Now, do we agree all the way through? No, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. No, we don't agree. But I don't create a hostile environment of arguments. Like, I'm not one that I'm gonna manipulate you or try to control you, because that ain't who I am. I don't manipulate and control the children. But I know she seems to think that I do, because her question on the phone was, well, why are they doing this? And who are they learning this from? I was like, to be honest with you, just to keep it short and sweet, they learned it from you. You used to, I didn't get to tell her that, but just to be honest, they learned it. It's learned behavior. That stuff that used to happen to me when we were together is that if I didn't do anything to her liking or say it the way that she wanted to hear it, then, here comes the manipulative. Well, I'm not giving you this, I'm not giving you that, and, I'm not going to give you no sex and stuff like that. And I'm like, dang, I don't want to miss out on that. And all I'm saying is that, man, you got to recognize when you're being manipulated and when you're being controlled. And you got to call that spirit out, because even though it may not be in you and your significant other or your spouse or whichever it is, it can fall into your children. It can lie dormant there. And we still have to call that spirit out, because that spirit of manipulation and control is the spirit of Jezebel and Ahab. If you don't know, look it up for yourself. You'll start to recognize these things if you really diving into the word, or you seeking, answers to certain things and why people operate the way that they do. I'm just saying, man, I'm not here to, lie on nobody. I'm just keeping it a whole dollar. Yeah, I made my mistakes. Yeah, the mother of my children made her mistakes. Even our children made mistakes, but I say mistakes, those are actually choices that we choose to indulge in, because we have the power to say, no, I don't want to say this, or I don't want to do this. But, when we do those things, we have to be held accountable. I don't care if it is a young child, you have to call them out and let them know, like, that's not okay, because that can literally get another parent in trouble if you're not careful. That can get another parent in trouble to where they in trouble for some stuff that they didn't even do. And I'm not going to get in trouble for nothing that I haven't done any longer. I'm not getting in trouble for that. So, I asked to speak to our son, and I told him, like, man, if you don't know the answer to it, because I asked him about it, and he said, I never said anything like that. I don't know what she's talking about. Like, well, son, if you don't know the answer to something, if, there's questions being asked or whatever it is, just say, I don't know. Or say, mama, you got to talk to daddy. Or vice versa. When they talk to me, like, you got to talk to mama. Because we can't put kids in those positions. We give them that position, we give them that power, and they'll use it against us. Especially parents that are separated and that, the kids want to be together. So we got to call that spirit out, that manipulation and controlling spirit. And watch it, that it don't lie dormant in your house, and it don't lie inside your kids also. I'm just telling y'all the truth, man. Just keep it a whole dollar with y'all. Y'all know how I am. I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. So let's start working on that. Let's start recognizing these spiritual realms, these spiritual beings that's around us, or even around our kids that's on them. We have to do this for one another. We have to call them out, because these spirits are not good spirits at all. They're not. They'll cause heartache, pain, stress. They'll try to wreak havoc in your life. Don't let it rule you. You rule it, because you got the power in your own words. Use your words wisely and carefully. I love y'all. Blessings to y'all. Knowledge.